Hey dolls and friends, welcome back and thanks so much for spending part of your day with me. If you're new here, my name is Amber Michon and I do weekly DIYs using really affordable items. But if you're not new, hey doll, hey! So in today's video, I have some spring wreaths for you guys. I really love how they all turned out. Some of them are oldies, but they are goodies, and I know you guys are going to love them. So I know a lot of you guys want to see how you guys asked like if I have like slower versions of me making my wreaths. So now you have multiple to look and see how I create them. And I just really love how they all turned out. I love the difference that they all look. Some of them have kind of the same colors, but they are all different in their own right. So let me know down in the comments below if you really love this video, which one is your favorite, and if you'd like to see just more seasonal wreath videos like this. And also, this video is part of a collaboration with some of my friends here on YouTube. We do a collaboration every month, and this time it was for spring. So make sure you head down to my description box below. There you will find the playlist link so you can get more spring DIY inspiration from all of these other talented, fabulous ladies. And when you go visit them, make sure you tell them I said hi. And if you come from the collaboration playlist, hello and welcome. Thanks so much for stopping by. Leave me a comment down below just to say hello. All right, dolls, let's go ahead and jump right in. This first wreath is going to be a Easter carrot wreath. I really like it. It's really pretty and was really easy to create. So from Dollar Tree, I have this grapevine wreath. I've had it for forever. When they have them, I always get like 4 or 5 of them. So yeah. And then I have just a bunch of boxwood greenery that I picked up from Walmart. They're only 99 cents or 98 cents per bunch. So just cut those down off of the stems, stick them inside of the wreath, and you have a really quick and easy, pretty greenery wreath already. So you can stop right here if you want. You can add some florals, but I'm going to add these carrots from the Dollar Tree, 4 come in a pack, and I only ended up needing to use 5 of them. You can use more if you're looking for more of a full carroty wreath, and then I just hot glued them right on top of the greenery, and that's it. Super easy wreath, you guys, right? But it's really pretty. I like it for Easter.
Best for a while, trying to please everyone who's around me. I've been putting on my fake smile, even though I'm wasting time. I don't want to be trapped in.
This next wreath is a really pretty tulip wreath. I really like this. So I actually got this grapevine wreath from the Goodwill. It was $2.99, and someone put some florals in it for like Christmas or maybe like a holiday party or something. And then I have these pink and yellow tulips that I actually picked up from Michael's. I've had these tulips for about a year and I have not used them. I've just gotten really comfortable with making wreaths, so I decided to take my hand at making a tulip wreath. I just made it really simple, really easy. I didn't use any hot glue for this one. All I did was just go ahead and poke the full or the whole, pick in there. I didn't cut anything down. I just wanted it to be really full on one side. And then I used this ribbon that I got from Walmart and just made a bow. I'm terrible at making bows. That's why you don't see me do it or I ever really have any, but I thought this needed a bow just to bring it all together. It's a really pretty color. I like the stripe effect on it. And I tied it with some jute cord to tie it all together. And so I just tied it to the wreath on the back and just kind of fluffed everything out to make it look pretty. And this one is done. Super pretty, super simple, and you can reuse all of these materials.
Gonna let the past burn down, 'cause honestly, don't wanna be stuck in boring conversations with you.
For my next wreath, I am using another grapevine wreath that I got from the Goodwill. It was $2.99. And then I have this bouquet of, I think it's called a hydrangea mix from Walmart. It's blue and white. It's really, really pretty. I think it works really well for spring if those are your colors, but it also works really well for summer. So for this one, I actually hot glued everything down. I cut everything off of the pick and just hot glued it directly onto the wreath and just just kept going all the way around. I'm doing another one of those like half filled wreaths. I don't really know what they're called, where you just don't put the florals all the way around. But this one is an oldie, but it's a goodie as well. And I think it's so pretty. I love the vibrant blue colors that this has. And then the white and the greenery just gives it that softer touch that it needs. So I just keep going around until my eyes are happy with what I'm creating and how it's looking. This one, I did not layer from the bottom up. I put all of the standout flowers down first and then decided to stick all of my greenery around where it could fit in. And then I just added some extra little florals to bring it all together. Then I have this Hello MDF word from the Dollar Tree. I painted that using my Rust-Oleum chalk paint in white, and I gave this sign 2 coats, and I just did the face of it. I didn't do like the inside of it or anything. Then I decided I was going to hot glue that down to the bottom of my wreath. Did I say hot glue? Yeah, put it down. Anyways, I used the hot glue and placed it down at the bottom. I think it's super cute. You don't have to use the sign if you don't want to. You can put florals all the way around, but I really wanted something a little bit different. And I think it's super, super cute and would look really good on a front door. Let me know what you think.
I find myself, I'm gonna start over new. Yeah, I'm on my way now.
So this wreath right here is one of my top 3 favorites, and I used another Grapevine wreath that I got from, or Wicker, it's not Wicker, is it? No, it's Grapevine, yeah, from the Dollar Tree. And this assortment is from Walmart again, and this is when I started to layer my wreaths going up. So greenery first, and then I would do my standout flowers on top. I also used a lot of hot glue for this wreath because this wreath form I had used so many times that it was kind of breaking apart anyways. So me trying to stick everything in didn't really work. So I just kept going until my eyes were happy. I used a lot of greenery for this. I love the different textures and colors of greenery to play around with that and see what you can create. And then I have this bouquet of pink and peach florals, and I just kind of stick those in where they fit in. I really like the look also of having a cluster of roses or a cluster of florals that are in the same color family on one side. So I tend to do that a lot when they're on like the left side. So you'll see that running theme here. But once everything was in, this wreath is complete. Another oldie, but oh so goodie. And I just really love this wreath. It's actually at my front door right now.
I'll be going away for a while. Oh, and I don't know what I'll find. Maybe I can be a rock star, playing songs on my guitar. I know I have to be somewhere else to be able to find myself.
Next up, I have a wire wreath form that I got from Dollar Tree. And what I did is I'm going to wrap this up with some burlap. I find it a lot easier to hot glue down my florals when it's on some fabric. So this one, I don't think I had any of like the grapevine or the willow wreaths. I just had a bunch of these because this is an oldie but goodie as well. And I used a bunch of hot glue for this one, layered down my greenery first and then my florals up. So the greenery pieces on here I used was a lot of eucalyptus from Walmart, but also I used some foliage from the Dollar Tree. They had it around spring last year. And then I have these really soft pinkish or peach whitish roses also from the Dollar Tree. And then I just have a little bit of these, I think these are wildflowers. I'm not really sure, I can't remember, but I just put those in. Those are my like extra flowers just to bring it all together, with my roses being those standout flowers. Then for this one, I also wanted to put a word on here. So I have a hello word that I painted white, and then I also put a platform on it on the back and painted that white, so that way it could stick to, so I can attach it to the wreath on the back side. Once everything was together, this wreath is complete and I absolutely love it. I think it's really, really pretty. This is actually up in my sitting room as well.
I'm gonna leave it all
my next wreath, I'm going a little bit more religious with this one. So I got the Spanish moss from Hobby Lobby. It was $5.99, and it was actually a lot cheaper to purchase this instead of buying like a bunch of packs from Dollar Tree. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this wooden cross from the Dollar Tree and paint that white, and I did just one coat of it. So the first thing I did was put my Spanish moss in a container because it's really messy, so my work area is going to look a hot mess. But I got this container from the Dollar Tree in the organization section. It's so cute. Have y'all seen it? I think it's just adorable, and I can't wait to actually store some stuff in it. But it worked for this. All I did was hot glue my Spanish moss all around the wreath. I used a bunch of hot glue, like a lot of hot glue, to get it all patted down. And I went all the way around, all on the top and on the sides and on the inside. I just didn't cover the back that well. But if that bothers you, then go ahead and cover the entire thing. This is what it looks like after I'm done. And then I'm just going to give it a bit of a trim all the way around and on the inside, just so I don't have too many crazy looking, pieces. But yeah, super easy. Once that was it, I just hot glued my cross on the top and the bottom. And then I have these roses from the Dollar Tree. I just saw these a few weeks ago, and I was like, oh my God, I've never seen these in Dollar Tree. I need to grab these. So I grabbed them, and I'm using the yellow ones. I thought I was going to use the purple pinkish ones, but I decided to give it a little bit more softer color since it has this white cross, and the back of the Spanish moss is that, darker color. I just wanted to give it a softer look. So all I did was just cut down all of the small little roses and a little bit of the leaves and just hot glued that all around. This is a very different wreath than I'm used to doing. I just kind of was random a little bit with the placement of my items, but it still brought it all together, and I felt like it's a really nice wreath that brings it all together with the cross in the middle. I thought it was pretty perfect, honestly. And I just hot glued some of the greenery that was from the pick on the sides just to bring it all together. But I really love the yellow mini roses that are all around. And then I took this lace ribbon that I got from the Dollar Tree. I just have a bunch of this lace ribbon laying around. And I decided that the cross needed just a little bit more. I didn't want to do any distressing or anything, so I didn't do that. All I did was just hot glue the ribbon on the back of the cross, but crisscrossed it in the front, if that makes any sense. And then I just used that same lace ribbon to make a hanger to hang this. And that's it. It's really pretty. It's very different. And I'm glad I stepped out of my comfort zone just a bit to create this one. For the next wreath, I am actually using this wreath that I already created. I had a fail of a wreath. Can you believe it? Yes. So all I did was use this wire wreath form. It's just I cut it off of a larger piece, and I just glued the beads. These are 20 millimeter beads, and I glued them on here using some wood glue. And I'm not really sure how many I used. I just went halfway around. Then from Walmart, I have this bunch of peonies. It's green and blue. It's like that family. And then I have some purple tulips that I wanted to use. So for this wreath, I actually decided to use some zip ties. Believe it or not, I have not used zip ties for a wreath before, mainly because all of the wreaths that I use, I can always just kind of stick them into the wreath form. So that I couldn't do that with this one. So I used some black zip ties from the Dollar Tree just to place everything down, and just kind of bended and curved the stems so that way they could fit around the wreath form. Once I started to get into the middle to where it was too many zip ties, it was too thick and the zip ties didn't hold really well. I don't know if I was doing them backwards or something. I just started to use hot glue because it was enough material in the form of the wires for me to be able to stick that down. So I cut down all of the florals and just kind of placed them, eyeballing everything. Wreath making is all about what makes your eyes happy. I know I say that a lot, but it truly is. It's about what you think is pretty and what is beautiful to you, and the color combination and the placement of it. I am an equilateral person, so I need things to look even on both sides. If it's not, it kind of throws me off a bit. So that's kind of the approach that I take with most of my wreath making, except when I have like the bunch of florals on one side. As long as that like random bunch looks okay, then I'm good. And that's pretty much it, y'all. Like, you can do this sideways, you can do it with the florals down, up, whatever you want, but my preference is always the florals to the left. So there you have it.
I don't want to be trapped in a box. I just wanna go.
For this next wreath, this is probably one of the first wreaths that I've ever made here on my channel. And it's another grapevine wreath along with some florals. These florals are all from Dollar Tree. This was before I knew the beauty of Walmart florals. Now, I know some people have a preference of where they like their florals, Hobby Lobby, Michael's, even Dollar Tree, but I prefer Walmart. I just think I can always get a great deal, and they're just really great quality. So what I did with this is I stuck these long white florals in here because I wanted these to be kind of poking out the sides. And then I also use those pink or peach roses from the Dollar Tree. I just cut those off of the stem right underneath where the rose was, and I just stuck those inside as well. And I just went all the way around until I was happy with the fullness of it. And then I took some lamb's ear and I actually hot glued those in between all of the florals. So this is another wreath where I put all the standout florals first and then put the greenery around just to showcase it more and bring out that pop of color, but also it adds to the softness and the daintiness and the prettiness of this spring wreath. I really like it. I think it's really pretty, and I actually still have this up. This one goes from my craft room to like the living room to my craft room again to like a hallway. It's still intact. I really like this wreath. There's like 5 wreaths that I keep up all the time, and they're usually the ones that are like pink or peach. I just love that color, obviously. Next up, we have another really pretty spring wreath. Obviously, this is a spring wreath video, but I used pretty much the same items that I did for most of my wreaths here. This one actually is the newest wreath that I've made besides this video, the first few that are new. But this one, I did all of my greenery first. So this is the ones where I just stick everything in. I didn't use any hot glue for this one whatsoever. This floral bunch also came from Walmart. I think this bunch is new, and I actually bought 3 or 4 of them. So more wreaths will be looking like this. Maybe I'll sell it. We'll see. But for these roses, I just did a bunch on one side. I just did like one line of them, and then the smaller like roses or wildflowers, I just put those all around. But I really love this one because this one, it tells a story, not a story, but it shows me who I am as a wreath maker. This is the style that I like. This is my go-to style. This is where I'm most comfortable. This is where my, the eyes of my beauty are seen. I don't know if I'm making any sense, but I really love this wreath. I feel like I'm rambling. I totally am. But you guys know what I mean. This look is like the same when all of my wreaths. I don't know if that makes it boring, but I feel like it looks the same, but they're different too. You know what I mean? Like the last one was the same colors, but it was different, right? Tell me I'm right. last wreath today. I'm making this lavender wreath, and I have another grapevine wreath, surprise, surprise, and some green foliage from the Dollar Tree, as well as some lavender picks from Walmart. So I just hot glued all of my greenery down, and then I build up on that with more greenery, lamb's ear, some other greenery pieces from Dollar Tree, and then just add my my lavender picks on there. I really like this one because I love that the lamb's ear makes the lavender pop. It's really, really pretty, super easy. You guys, making wreaths is really easy. I tell you, it's all about what makes your eyes happy. That's pretty much all it is. But once I have everything in there, this wreath is complete, and I just think it's really pretty. All right, dolls, let me know in the comments below which ones happen to be your favorite. And don't forget to head down to my description box below and check out the playlist and everybody else's spring creations.
I just wanna go my own way. 'Cause I am on my way. 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 I am on my
Dolls, that's all I have for you today. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to give me a big thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and no, there are no sweet boys today. I know they weren't in the video today and yesterday, so sorry about that, but they're just playing right now. They're really loud and they wouldn't have been able to calm down, so no camera time for them. Anyways, subscribe if you haven't already. Be blessed, stay safe, and I will see y'all on the next one. Bye.